Okay. This is just a little bit of a video. Just a test, kinda. Just to see if I have something to say, really. But the main principle of the video is we gotta think like winners. If we don't think like winners, we're gonna be losers. And we do a lot. When I say we, I'm talking about me and some of you people, if you're watching this. We do a lot of loser activities. When I say that, it's hanging around with loser friends, doing loser activities such as gooning or not going to the gym. And these things, they culminate into a bigger, more vaster downfall picture. You know, you don't just fall into this regiment on a whim. It happens over time. You can see like empires throughout history. The Romans, they did not build their empire in one day, and they did not collapse in one day. It was a culmination of things, a lot of things. And I believe our collapse as individuals is gooning. Gooning is the killer of drive, energy, and ambition. And a lot of us fall into this downward spiral of kind of emptiness, loneliness, and these things that they just come together and they make a very sad and shameful act. I was watching Sneako's video. It was pretty inspiring. It really needs repetition. It needs to be said more often. Because it's one thing to think it and say, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's something that I should have thought way through. But it's in here. It's external as well. Your environment, it predicts what you are going to do, what your next move is, really. And through that, I believe that we just act. We sometimes don't even think, we just act. And that's something we need to change as individuals, as people. We need to focus more on the inward. You know, we gotta start thinking like winners instead of losers. What I took out of the Sneeko video was that you gotta start thinking like a winner. You know, you gotta see yourself, what is a winner? What does a winner look like? A winner, he does not goon, he works out and he eats healthy. Okay, these are like the 3 pillars of a winner. And I'm not talking about like a multi-millionaire winner or whatever, but like a regular winner. But if you think of yourself as a millionaire or a winner already, you can almost guarantee that you can visualize what you look like and what you do. And your acts. You can see that if you open your iPhone, you can see, or your phone, whatever, you can see that a lot of the apps you have they are bringing you more towards the loser spectrum. You know, does a winner have a dating app? You know, some can argue that he does or doesn't, but in my mind, I don't think a winner has a dating app. I think a winner has a network of individuals that he doesn't need a dating app. You know, you can just find it on the random. He gets out of the house, he does things, he doesn't just stay inside. You know, it's a culmination of many things that make a winner. And it's also a culmination of many things that make a loser. And this is what we must do. We can't be in the middle. We have to go to the extreme on either spectrum. You either become an extreme loser or an extreme winner. And I would like to think that most of us want to become the extreme winner. it's hard to explain. It's hard to put into words how desperate the situation is for many of us. It's like all of a sudden our brain just kicks in and takes us to the loser spectrum, and you become an extreme loser. And you didn't want to do that. You never want to do that. But you just did. All of a sudden you just become the extreme loser, and you just didn't want to do that. So in 2026, this will be the year that things take a turn. We make things happen. You know, we can't be the losers of the past. We need to become the winners of the future. You know, visualize yourself. Become the individual you want to be. Think as a winner, become a winner. This is the saying. Life starts when you make it start. It's kind of simple like that. You know, there are outliers and even winners that are gooners, like Kanye West, Dan Bilzerian, and Andrew Tate. These guys are winners, but they themselves talk about how decrepit and sad their life is as a gooner. You know, Dan Bilzerian has talked about, you know, his life being empty, even with all those women and all the power and you know, he wants to go more of the normal route. Shit. Okay. Let's fix this. Camera fell. He wants to go down the more normal route. And many of us can understand that. Many of us don't. It's like you have all these women and this power that you have, and you want to get rid of it. It's kind of dumb. But yeah, we gotta, when I say we, I mean you, me. You know, I'm not telling you to change. And as well, you can't change a person that doesn't want change. You know, if a person doesn't ask to be changed, you can't change them. It's as simple as that. So we want to be the individuals that are open to change. We want to become better. And if we want to become better, then we've got to be open for change. Change demands change. It's as simple as that. Yeah, it's just a simple video. You know, I just wanted to rant a little bit, tell you how things are. If it was of any usefulness, smash the damn like button, subscribe to the damn channel, and yeah, maybe I'll do another video like this. Who knows? And 2026 is the year of the horse. And what is a horse? It's a majestic creature. It's a beautiful creature. It's a creature that has the will to live. It runs. It feeds. It sleeps with other horse females, mares. It doesn't live for long, okay? A horse lives maybe 30 years. And it's not about living, it's about experiencing. It's about becoming more than just the averageness of life. A horse is exuberant. He is the epitome of life. You know, you don't want to live forever, you want to live. It's either live for a short time and live, you know, an experienced life, or live a long life and have it be decrepit and lonely and sad. You know, where things don't happen. You know, people are working in the same job for 65 years, you know, making no moves, They don't care about their lives becoming, you know, meaningless in a sense. And I'm not taking away from people that, you know, make and break our societies. We need those people, of course. But you do want to want more. You know, when they tell you, oh, you're being greedy, you're thinking greedy. Well, maybe I am greedy, okay? Maybe I want more. I don't want to live a empty life. I want to live an experienced life. I want to live a life that actually has some meaning and value. Yeah. Okay, now I'm ending the video. Okay, see ya.